All right, welcome in, race fans. This is Jason Haney bringing you live coverage of First Gear Racing Friday Night Clash ARCA Series. This is a race replay from last night's race. We weren't able to be live during the event as system issues over the past couple nights have given us some issues, so we're getting these races back up and on the air for you guys to watch. Here we're scheduled for 150 laps. Pull up the race details for you. Scheduled for 150 laps tonight, 1.25 mile oval here at Gateway, 65 degrees the ambient temperature, 88% humidity, cloudy skies, and a 19 mile an hour wind. Track temp is 65 degrees as well. So we're going to have some pretty good racing. We'll have some commentary in and out. I've got a few other things I've got to do today, so got to get that done before our race tonight. But I wanted to get this one in, so I'll try to be around to call as much of it as I can. Really appreciate you guys that tune in and watch and support First Gear Racing, First Gear Network, and all the drivers that take part in all this as well. So let's see if we've got everything up and working. Probably not, because, you know, it's an angry system that only wants to work sometimes. So we'll see if everything fires up just fine here. To show our starting grid. Kyle Heath is our pole sitter for tonight's race. Cole Snyder will start on the outside of the front row. Then you have row 2, Todd and Zachary. Nolan and Andrew make up row 3. Edwin and Chase in row 4. Alex and Jason in row 5. Taylor and Brendan in row 6. And then you have row 7 that has Mark and Trevor. Row 8, you're going to have Patrick and Jareth. And in row 9, you're going to have Nicholas and Logan. Will be our starting lineup. Congrats to Kyle Heath on getting the pole. This is a 150 lap race following ARCA rules, so we will have a halfway break. Lap 75, no points are awarded. All right, out of turn 4, waiting for the flagman. And boogity, 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 let's go ARCA racing at Gateway. Kyle gets a good start with Todd right behind him there on the bottom, and then here comes Cole on the outside in the 42. A little further back, we see side by side for third, the 63 and the 66. Apologies, the 83 and the 66. Todd's going to take third. Ooh.
I got loose. I'm trying to take the sorry.
And here comes the 19 on the outside. Oh, the 19 sideways, sideways, sideways. Just keeps it off the wall. Oh! Everybody made it by without hitting the 19. What a save. Wow, that was crazy. Let's go back and take a look at him working in the wheel on this one, because I feel like this is going to be a good one. A little bit too much brake, it looks like. It just catches it, and then just had to blow it up. And everybody goes by without any contact. All right, he gets rolling again here.
His car just exited the pit road, catch him in turn 2.
Y'all just be short braking.
Andrew, did you get the wall?
No, I stayed completely off everybody, and everybody completely missed me because I just stopped right in the middle of the track, go around.
Alright.
Y'all did a hell of a job at missing me. I appreciate y'all for that one. I'll claim that one.
Copy that. Holy shit, when there's 2 Waffle House cars, you got an imposter.
Imposter.
First one.
All right, so Kyle Heath leads. Hey, what's happening, Todd? Mr. High Side Racing, number 66. Caution, we're just going to go ahead and put some roof cams on this mug.
Outside.
Let's see, that's a Chevy and a Ford. Those two.
I'm sorry, this I had it wrong.
Oh, I thought if you called it before the light, you were good.
ARCA series apparently don't have that rule.
Oh, it did work.
4, are you supposed to be down?
There we go.
Says I'm supposed to be behind the 33.
Roof cams are installed.
Taylor, you got a copy? Are you supposed to be on bottom?
Yeah, you know it.
Jump on
You
board
listen to him, but we couldn't hear what you said.
right along with Mr. Excitement here.
Alright, Pink Floyd.
Shifter view, you like that? Yeah, I can bring that down and get it set for just the shifter. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Be kind of weird. 13 with a great restart. Teammates there side by side between the 83 and the 42. One gets by, the 45 gets by. Now High Side is going to get to work. Outside. Who's that? The 63. I guess we're going to get up there behind the 63, back in line, so to speak. Is that higher line definitely carries more momentum. Oh, hard hit. Is that the 4 hard into the wall? Taylor Curtin takes it hard into the wall, out of turn 4. Keeps it straight. He still continues on. Don't see any super heavy damage, but that definitely could have graded some, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. Side by side here, the 166. Get straight line here on the exit 4. Gonna battle here for position side by side down the front stretch. Todd's gonna hold off for 7th for now. Trevor to 8th. Trevor's up there in no man's land, cleaning the track up there. Going back and forth here. See the 19 getting spun there on lap 2. No contact, just back here in the back. 15th place currently. Hitting at the 9, the 8, 87 and the 3, and they're starting to become a little bit of a gap here in front of the 3. High this time on the 9, gonna try to maybe cross over. Biggest mover so far in this race, plus 8 spots. Trevor Benz, he's up to 6th. Under attack from the Dodge Challenger Chevy SS of Todd Smith, that hybrid car. It's a mashup. It's always winking at you when it's going down the track with one Chevy headlight on the left front. Todd up to 6th, Trevor back to 7th. I figured he'd like that. Up ahead of Todd here, 4th and 5th. You have Alex and Chase battling out for 4th place. 63 doing everything he can to catch up to his teammates. It's 2nd and 3rd. There's a bit of a gap between 3rd and 4th right now, just about a 1.5 seconds. As the leaders have started to stretch it out a little bit. side, going to try that lower line, but it's so hard here. Oh, Hybrid is quick. She is. Here comes Todd to join the party. Runs the bottom here, maybe gets underneath the 63 here on corner exit. 63 is going to have that drive off. He gets squirrely though. Trying to put the power down and then not hit the wall. Had to put more wheel into it. He keeps off the wall. Right along the 66 here as he looks to make an attack. Gain positions here. There's old high side, put it up there in the gray. Get it to rotate, shift, and then try to carry that momentum. Lost a little bit of time on exit there. He got a little high. Gains it back under braking. That's a good corner. Gains on the 63, takes a look. Side by side. 63 takes that outside though, takes that momentum, able to hold the 66 off for now. Behind them there's a battle for position. The 31 and the 87 side by side with the 8 in tow. Kind of a tight field here with 4 or 5 guys. The 3 is finally stretched out a little bit. Now the 31 is under attack from the 87. And again, trying to pass on the bottom is so difficult if that car up top can manage that run and that momentum all the way around the corner. Oh, into the wall. Still got momentum and the 8 car behind him, maybe giving him a little push there. The 31 staying strong on the outside. Now he's going to have another Carlos. The 8 turns down underneath. Oh, into the wall. Just a scrape. That's going to slow him down. That might give the opportunity for the 8 to get by as well. And does. 8 is clear. Next car in line to try to take advantage of that is going to be the 19, Andrew. This Toyota Camry. Andrew tries to turn it down out of the corner to not run into the 31 with that momentum on that high side. And then here comes the 9 back on the outside. 19's going to get tight here. Oh, contact with the 9. Close call. That's going to slow them up. And then here comes the 4 at Taylor Curtin. He looks to the inside of the 19.
My bad if I came down under there.
No, you're good, dude.
Boom.
You just
4
can't
cars.
pass
first.
here, I guess.
Further back, you got the 80, Mark Willett in 16th. Logan Boone is in 17th, right
I
behind
can get
him.
up beside him. I just can't get around him.
A little further
Look.
back is a 65, Nicholas, running 18th. Up front, we'll go to the gear cam. This is our lead that Kyle has over Cole Snyder. 1.3 seconds is the gap. Blimp cam might be able to show it once we get down to turn 3, the distance for this gap. There he is. And then further back, I mean, it's even a bigger gap, 2.56 seconds between second and third. And then things are tightening up for third position as the 83 has fallen back into the clutches of the 45, 63, 66, and the 33.
You flashed there once, Chase.
Come on up, Jay. Come on up.
These guys have checked out from the other group. Way back you have the 1, the 3, 87, the 8, the 9, ooh, 31 hard into the wall there. This back group is a ways back now. Yeah. Eagle is putting down a little bit of a whooping.
Flash again.
Every time you chime in, Todd, we got to see what's happening. Keep me honest on hitting the TV cameras back and forth here. Side by side between the 63 and the 45. Now the 66 looks to get inside of the 63. He gets a good drive off of the bottom of turn 2. They carry this momentum down to turn 3. See if he can hold it off there. Yep. Stays down right around that curbing. Oh, 63 misjudged and into the wall. Position gain for Mr. Highside. Right in front of him, here's the 83 and the 45 still at
Did
it.
I put you up there? I need to know so I know how to space it. I thought I was giving you room.
I just got tight. Here we go.
Here we go. To the inside of the 45 goes Mr. Todd Smith. There's those little angry sounds we get. Caution is out.
Come down and tighten you up there, Andrew. I'm sorry. Gotta go around and catch your pace car.
We gotta rewind this back and take a look and see what happened.
I just got tight. Here we go.
He goes for a dive to the inside, into the 9. And the 19 goes for a ride. We're gonna go to the rear chase just to take a look. Really kind of a last minute dive under braking. Yeah, there was enough room. He just not able to really get woed down. Maybe trying to put more wheel into it and get harder on the brakes, but the contact gets the car loose.
Gotta come down and tighten you up there, Andrew. I'm sorry. Gotta go around and catch your pace car.
All right,
Okay, what was
that'll
that
be
you
our
said?
second caution.
I just got tied up there. You didn't run me up or anything.
10-4, buddy. And that was some good hard racing there, man. You too, Alex. Good job.
So now to this
Good, Trevor.
caution,
I remember I was racing you too. Take my chat away.
we're gonna see. Take my chat away.
remembering.
We're gonna see almost
Holy yeah,
everybody
God.
down pit road, I think.
Just kidding.
Oh, checking up and little nose taps there through a few
I wouldn't
cars.
take that if I were you.
But,
Sorry I checked up a little bit. I had to let the pace car back by.
and that is everybody down pit road. Don't see this very often. The whole field on the lead lap, all due for a pit stop to get fuel to try to get to the halfway point. Some cars are probably going to take tires. Yeah, there's the right side on the 66 going up. We know he took tires. There's the left side going up. There's the left side going up of the 4 back there as well. So we see a couple cars taking tires. That's going to matter as most of these drivers, all these drivers, they start the race with 3 sets of tires in the pit. So that's 1 set down for the 66 here. We are 31 laps into this race. We're on lap 32.
I'm taking the inside line.
So that's right, Todd. We're keeping tabs on you.
No shit.
Oh, pardon the language. Don't listen to my race self. I do things, say things I shouldn't, and I apologize. All right, well, the Eagle is going to restart from the front spot as he wins the race off pit road. Fuel only for most of the field here.
Well, whoopsie.
Jump on board that discount tire Dodge Chevy SS Challenger. I'm just gonna keep calling it different names. We get ready for this restart. Restart on lap 33. Pace car is down. And the restart zone, green, green, green. Oh, look at the dent he left in the back of my car. How dare you? Saw I got 4X from that. I remember that last night. I got a dent in the back of my car. Todd was ready to go. Side by side with the 8, Edwin James. Todd's going to try to put these new tires to use. 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide.
You guys want to see a magic trick?
Oh, no one's about to do a magic trick. And here comes Poof. He's gone. Oh, 8 car into the wall.
Okay. That was weird.
That's on me.
Nolan had to go.
I got the
Logan
brakes too late.
over the radio. We have an incident. Let's take a look here.
Okay.
Running behind the 3 going into turn
That was
3.
weird.
Ooh. Oh, the 65
That's
gets
on
a
me.
piece of that too.
I
Tough
got the
break.
brakes too late. My bad.
Doing it for Dale.
Car just disappeared in front of me.
Oopsie.
I know I heard 3 wide a lot more than I thought I would hear it. And not
We are
because
going to
I
make
knew
a
it.
whole soundboard of just Toddisms. I
You
swear.
liar. I didn't know you did.
So good. We're going to have
God,
to
I was
build
surprised to see on the bottom. You're ripping.
have to build a race radioactive just Toddisms.
I know this is like 2 races in a row. The bottom's working better for me than the whole faithful up top, so we'll see.
He's learning.
The excitement of Todd running the bottom
Then restart.
2 races in a row.
That old high side.
If it happens tonight in Kentucky, we're
I
going to know
think
that
last time
Todd
I went to
finally
North
found the
Wilkes,
preferred line
Wilkesboro,
and is
you
going
were
to be
on the high
comfortable with
side
it.
and won, didn't you?
Yeah.
High side, wall, you know, like, it's the same thing.
We have too much fun. Way to keep it light in the race lobby and having a good time. Oh, blinker up there in front. That's the 63 Chase. Yeah, he was blinking a good bit last night, so we'll
Damn,
see
I
that
guess I'm
throughout the
being like
race.
Joey tonight, just sucking in the back.
Andrew knows
That's
how
what
to
you
say
get
the
for
right
yelling at him
thing at the
last
right time.
Well, he should have listened.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
I hope y'all got that on soundboard.
Oh, we love you, Todd.
Well, that was Trevor's last words, everyone.
I think two races in a row though. If you run in the bottom, that is kind of strange. So
Y'all remember George Buck?
we're definitely going to be interested to see what
Oh, my.
happens the next time. The next time
Yeah, he painted me a
tonight,
scheme
if you
for
run the
giving him my
bottom in
number.
Kentucky, then it's going to be weird. We're going to know something's off with the Matrix. George Buck reference over the race chat there.
Dude, it was so funny when him and Ivan would just fight.
Shout out to George Buck, who I know is still a
Yeah,
fan
they
of
figured that out
the
too.
channel. Last I knew, so George, you're still remembered
another
out here
Red
in
Bull,
the
Andrew.
first gear racing.
What the fuck?
Next time you do that, I'm gonna wreck your ass.
All right, lights are off on
Apparently
the pace car.
stop and no don't mean nothing to me.
Third caution will complete, and we will go back to racing here to start lap 39. Restart. Good jump by the 13. 45 and 83 are going to battle for second side by side going into turn 1. Oh, couple of cars
Well.
into that outside wall. One of them being Todd. Side by side up here for second and for fourth. 33 and the that's the 42. Now the 63 is on the outside of that 33. They're going to enter into turn 1 here. 33 pushes up a little bit. 63's there. Oh, contact.
You got pressures, Alex?
I do not.
Car high.
It looks like we need to go to the roof cam. Yeah,
You got pressures, Alex?
backed off of the
I do
33
not.
contact
Car
and
high.
across the nose of the 9 he goes.
Car high.
63 spins.
You scared the heebie-jeebies out of me, though. I thought you did.
Yeah, that closed the space. I was surprised.
Checking out
Caution
turn
number
1. Face
4.
as the pit road.
heard it. Blame it on the 9. I heard it.
Sorry, 63. I tried to stay off of you up there with getting kind of pinched there. I know you had to slow up. I tried to slow up and just went up.
All right, pits will be open this time. The 9. Looks like maybe the 65. Nope, wrong car. 28. And the 3 are coming down pit road. About that pit crew out there. Hardest working pit crew in the business. Gets out in front of the 9. The 45 and the 3 are still on pit road. All right, checking back up front. Kyle Heath leads. Another whoops, huh? All right, we're gonna take, should be 1 to green this time. Kyle Heath leads. Zachary Meredith, Cole Snyder, Trevor Benz, Edwin James, your top 5. You got Todd, Patrick, Brendan, Taylor, and Andrew round out the top 10. Nicholas, Mark, Chase, Logan, and Jason in your top 15, and then Alex in 16th and Jareth in 17th place. Right, everybody's double file, lined up, ready to go for this restart. Pace car's going to make a hard left onto pit road here. To the restart zone, Kyle Heath will lead the field. There we go, good start by the 13. Side. He's got his teammate, the 42, Cole Snyder, battling him for second. Cheesy Designs trying to make it happen. And you got Trevor Benz running in 4th place. And then you've got some side-by-side action. Looks to the inside of the 83 here going into turn 1.
Told you I was sliding side by side. That was awesome.
Todd saw it as they were sliding side by side there. Todd down to the inside. Going to get the 33, maybe even the 83. Side by side out of turn 4. Now that outside, here comes that momentum coming back. So hard. It was so hard to pass and make a pass and be clear. see that now because the 66 is trying to work that bottom. He's growling, he's gurring. You got a fast car, you're just trying to make the pass, you're not trying to overdrive the entry to mess up your exit. Now they come out side by side, but that momentum still, the 33 is able to hang tight there on the outside because of that momentum. Now the 66 dives it in there a little bit deeper. And clears the 33. Start turning it back. 33 is going to be under attack from the 8. That purple knock Chevrolet SS. Kyle Heath leads. Cole Snyder second, Zachary Merritt third, Todd Smith fourth, Trevor Benz, that's your top 5. This is a battle for 5th. The 8 looks underneath the 33. Almost clear. Is he clear? Not enough. Here comes that momentum from that higher line. Carry the speed in these cars. That's really the thing. You need the momentum. These cars get too sluggish if you don't keep that speed up. It takes a bit to wind them up. Now the 19 is going to jump on the 8 here, possibly for position. So the 8 went to gain and is going to lose a spot to the 19. Now the 19 tries up under the 33. Oh, contact.
We're on 2 around back there.
33 hard into the wall. We need to go on board. I think it's going to be better to see it from the 8. He had to let off. Oh, you can see his car change. So let's jump on board. Oh, yeah, we got squirrely.
We're on 2 around back there.
Tough hit for Trevor.
Ain't good racing now. That was fun.
Check it up in 1, check it up in 1.
5th caution.
I claim that. Got loose and spun out.
We're going to get to some pretty good green flag racing here pretty soon. This field's got to get to halfway and then things calm down pretty good. Pit road is open this time by. The 8 is coming down pit road. I would assume maybe take a look at some damage. 33 did make contact. They made contact there with the right front of the 8. So might have a little bit of damage on top of that nose. See if we can get a good shot from the pit road cam here. It does look you can see it's a little crinkled. Nothing too bad around the bottom by the splitter, but it is tucked in and you can see more of the tire than we should.
Lucky dog coming around the high side. Everybody drop down. High. Lucky dog coming around.
I like that. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, look out. He's a smooth driver.
right, Jarrett in the 3 car is getting a lap back here, back on the lead lap, I believe. Lights are off on the pace car. 1 to green. We just completed lap 52. Laps remaining in tonight's event. And we still have 16, I'm not mistaken, yeah, 16 cars still on the lead lap. 33 of Trevor Benz is a lap down now. Got a new nose on the car. Still got a little bit of damage there, but car is put back together mostly. Zoom 1 lap down in 17th place. Pace car's down, waiting on the leader in the restart zone, and that is the Eagle, Kyle. He's in charge of this field still. Starts late in the box, gets a jump on the 42, but the 42 is hanging there on his right rear and dives it into the corner. Not close enough to be able to keep the 13 at bay. 13 gets a great middle of the corner and exit. Now the 42 has the momentum. What does he do? He looks to the inside. He carries the momentum on the higher side. Pressure still there. The 42 is not going anywhere. 83 teammate to the 42 right there in third, and then here comes Mr. High Side, carrying it around the high side. He's got a challenge from the 45, Alex Fuller. Looks like Alex is going to lose some momentum there, not being up on that higher line. Cookie Monster, 3 wide, 83, 66, and the 45. 45 backed out of that one. That was going to get super tight on exit. I just noticed this. The banner on that 66 car actually says Nationwide. That's an old Xfinity paint scheme, obviously, that was run as the 22 for years for a Penske car with discount as a sponsorship. But it's crazy to still see that the that paint has the Nationwide banner on it. That's pretty cool, Todd. Heck of a find. That's a throwback. Nationwide was what, 4 sponsors ago? That's crazy.
Yeehaw.
That's awesome to see. The old Nationwide series. On your side. How about that? Fresher tires on that 66 got him to P2. He's chasing down the Eagle. More smoke out of turn 4. That wall is getting hit hard. Like, Ike Turner ain't got nothing on that wall. Everybody's taking a hit out of that wall. Here's the battle for the lead. Todd is there. More cars into the wall out of turn 4. That, I'm telling you, that wall might as well be called Tina Turner wall. Just getting beat up every lap. So we see the 66 looked lower, couldn't get the drive off. 13 was able to carry that momentum through the higher line. So Todd's got to attack. Dive it in, run pretty much the same line as the 13 here in 3 and 4. Pretty similar. Use the draft of the 13, and then you got to try to carry that momentum into the corner. And so here he is, sticking in a little bit deeper. Back into the throttle, trying to be into it sooner than the 13, which fresher tires you should be able to do, but it's hard. You're in dirty air. The car does want to get tight when you're behind somebody, so you're trying to be very thoughtful on when you get back in the throttle. And here he is, great entry into 3, side by side through turn 4. The 13 carries that momentum to get clear down the front stretch, but the 66 is there, so he's gonna get that entry, get it to turn, rotate, power back down. He's gonna try to run even with the 13 if he can. That I think he said you missed a shift. Patience, yes, patience, absolutely. We have patience. We are looking back. We actually think, there it is. Spin, spin, the 8. Let's see what happens here. 8 inside the 63. Tires loose. Woo! Slides her down, locks her up. No damage, just some angry tires for that 8 car. Yeah, I figured you'd have that momentum with those tires at some point.
Check it out, Miller 102.
It's just some of these guys, like the Eagle, are so good at managing, you know, those slightly run tires. It makes it really hard to even have a tire offset and be able to compete sometimes, or at least feel like you have the faster car at that time, because he's able to manage it and run his line. And you know, when you're consistent and you hit your marks every time, it's super hard to beat those guys sometimes. So, but yeah, the fresher tires definitely, you know, they make their point, as we'll see, but you know, it's definitely a work. It's hard to out eagle the Eagle sometimes. I feel that as much as you do, Todd. I'm always trying to out eagle the Eagle, and it is hard. We have some cars down pit road. The 9, the 3, and the 28 are down pit road this time by.
Lucky dog.
33 gets the lucky dog. That's going to give us 17 cars back on the lead lap. Of all 17 that are still on the track, Nolan had to leave in the middle of the race earlier on, so he is out. We're close to halfway. 75 is our halfway break. Shout out to that 7 car, that Xfinity race that's happening. Lights are off on the pace car. Field is double filed. We're going to get back to racing here with the front row. Kyle Heath on the inside. Todd Smith on the outside. Row 2 is going to have Alex Fuller and Cole Snyder. Row 3, Zachary Meredith and Andrew Groves. Row 4, Chase McGuire and Taylor Curtin. Then you've got Brendan and Patrick, Nicholas Mark, Jason Logan, Edwin and Cheris, and Trevor rounding out the field. Pace car is down into the restart zone. 13 gets a good jump, gets clear of the 66. .45 underneath the 66 now, and almost to the rear bumper of the 13. To the inside of the 66, not there, so it gets in line. Now the 66 looks under, 45 goes down to cover. And the 45, I believe, was the other car during that pit stop, and the 66 took tires, the 45 did as well.
Whoa!
We hear some woes. Not exactly sure.
Oh my! Whoa! Whoa!
Trevor had me scared. A little bit of 3 wide there.
Oh!
Ooh, ooh. More cars in the wall. Battle for the lead. Alex Fuller to the front, and the inside of the 13 gets clear. Is he able to come up? He does. What does the 13 do? He looks down underneath. And Todd says, come on. He even says it. He said it. He wanted to. He had it looking. This is the memories of Texas last week in the Next Gen Series. Exactly the same position, all 3 cars. Now he does. There it is, 3 wide, going down the backstretch into turn 3. What's going to happen? 66 is going to clear and cut off in front of the 13. What a pass. And here comes the 45 with the crossover on the 13. They are not done racing. What a battle.
Well, at least you didn't push us up this time.
Oh, sideways is the 66. What a save. Oh no, and that's going to slow him up. He's got the Eagle on his rear bumper.
Yeah, my bad.
And now here we go. The 45 looks to make it 3 wide. He said, my turn. Let's do it. side by side by side through 1 and 2. And out of 2.
Oh my God!
Hell yeah.
Some crazy racing. This is awesome. 3 wide at Gateway for the lead. And these guys are not done. You'd think they were racing for the win right now, though. That's what it feels like. Like this can't sustain. This is just the halfway break. There's no point scored for it. It's just positioning. There's going to be pit stops and all that. It's just a halfway break. ARCA Series does it in real life with no points, so we're just following along with that rule book. And these guys are putting on such of a show.
That's good shit.
Todd now gains a couple car lengths on the 13 through 3 and 4. Some great racing between these guys. That is awesome. Just freaking awesome. Brush with the wall for a handful of cars there.
He moved on the
And that should be it. I believe caution is out. It is halfway break.
Now
Todd
that was
Smith
pretty fucking fun.
is our leader. I second that, Zachary. That was fun. That was fun to watch these battles, that kind of racing. Just intense, good side-by-side racing. Makes me jealous because I was back in 10th and 9th having some really good racing myself. That was through the field. Some really good racing in that section. These guys were putting on a show up front. So now we have our halfway break. Soon we're going to see some pit stops here. '66 is going to stay out.
Yeah, this is gonna suck a little bit for me.
Oh, man.
My bad. I didn't check my tires earlier, so I gotta try to stretch them.
Hey, 65, close that gap, Bubba. We going down pit road, Bubba. This is where the money, this is where you make your money at.
All right, majority of the field, except for the 66 and the 9, come down pit road for service. The 8 is going to win the race off pit road, followed by the 13, then the 45, and the 42. Our race leader, the 66, Todd Smith.
I was bottom of 3 there on 1 and 2. Pretty sure my wheel was like 90 degrees right the entire corner.
Wow.
Sounds like my settings when it just changes to 360 on its own.
All right, so light should
I did a
pop
big long
off
slide
on the
earlier,
pace car this
And
time.
it's kind of weird that it slid, but
Well, lots of good racing. Cole, I knew you were diamonding, so I didn't put my nose there. I had fresh tires, and I kind of wanted to use them, and I kind of took away your exit.
start from mid-pack. We'll ride along with the 4.
Check it out, check it out.
What happened, Andrew?
Missed a shift.
Just wouldn't shift.
Oh no! Trouble for the 4. He's
Sorry,
around
you just came right across.
and in the wall.
Just wouldn't shift.
Loose, and then contact with the 33.
Sorry,
Into
you just
the
came
wall.
right across my bumper.
iRacing's like, nah, we'll put that bumper back on for you. So quick caution there.
Checking up in the 1.
Hey, Taylor, I don't know
Yeah, I agree, Todd.
what happened.
It was super exciting.
I mean, I just
Super fun.
came across my nose. I don't know.
Gateway was providing us some pretty good racing after how crazy our and long the next gen race was at this track a couple weeks back, but the racing in this car last night was just
Copy that.
top notch for how difficult it was to pass at times, but the added lanes that you could run, the tire strategies, all that stuff.
And that's how the fight started.
It's just it was super exciting. It was fun. It's fun to really get to watch it back and call it now. Being in the car, you really don't see everything going on. You can kind of feel that it's a fun race and it's good racing, and you see what's around you. But
No
when
matter
you see
what
it throughout
happens
the
here, just
field,
blame it on the 9.
well, Kyle blaming on the 9. This guy. But yeah,
Remember, part-time commentator, nothing to lose.
give the Eagle a little dent here. Yeah, I feel you. Old tires, I'm right there with you. At this point, you and I are on old tires. Everybody else has new ones, so they took it halfway, and I wasn't able to. I did not have this car figured out in time for the race, really, last night. I got better with it as the race went on, but I was just not able to maintain the corner speeds last night, so I knew staying out wasn't really going to do me much. I wasn't going to be up front very long, but I thought I had a good mid-pack car for the night. It was fun to get to just be in the race and get to run it, but I did not have the speed I would expect from myself on a regular league night. But being on different tires, I knew these guys were going to eat me up for sure. Yeah, I agree. I don't think there was a huge difference. I don't feel like once the newness wore off, it was really hard to make a huge difference with them. First few laps on freshies, man, the car would rip. But after, you know, that 4th, 5th lap, you'd start to feel a pretty equalized drop off, and it wasn't that big of a deal. You were sliding in the same spots, getting tight in the same spots as old tires.
No bone.
Todd quote book gets thicker and thicker. That soundboard, I might have to create a couple more extra Discords just to put all these sounds in. Pace car is down. We're gonna restart here. Good restart for the 13 there. Stays with the 66 and drives it in deep. Oh, contact between the 9 and the 66. That gets 9-3 wide. Oh.
Sorry, Tom.
I'm gonna put you. Speed it part timer.
Yeah, that one was tough. I did not mean to get into you there, Todd. I was just trying to roll the corner because they were coming. Wow, I lost a lot of spot there. It's crazy. Those fresh tires, what they did right off the bat. I just couldn't compete. They were like a pack of wolves. Let's see, 28, I think that puts it. Side with the 42. Woo. Tight racing. Good side by side. Carrying the momentum down into 1. 42 carries that momentum through the middle. Does he get it off the exit? 66 with a great run on the bottom there. Really making it work. Flipping that entry and the curve into 3, really helping the car turn. is going to take second place. 66 says not yet. Back underneath, and here's the 45 looking high. Oh, it gets loose. Oh, what a save.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up now. That's out.
Hell of a save there, Todd. Oh, contact. 45 and the 83 once the 45 made contact with the wall. Now we're looking at 3 wide, 4 wide, I don't know, 8 wide. How many wide is it gonna be? What a battle. Front, Kyle leads, Cole Snyder in second, Alex Fuller in third, Zachary Meredith fourth. Side by side back here between Andrew and Chase. Tight racing. You hear him working the throttle, shifting, all of it. Drafting, you name it. Here comes another car, I think, and it's the 9. Tries to get by on the high side as well. Try to take advantage of this. Contact. Side all the way down the front stretch. Tight racing, fun. That was cool. 9 car gets by the 63 for now. Puts the 63 back to 9th place. Back starting to check out the top 5, creating a little bit of a gap. Uh-oh. Oh, a blink. That's what that was. 87's able to hold on. Patrick puts a good run on the outside to get back by the 19. 19 tries to get in line, but the 9 is there, side by side. Great racing. 3 wide. Wow, this is crazy. Gets by the 9 and the 87. The 9, oh, door to door. 19 shoots up into the wall. Go back and take another look at that. Bang. Bang. Right at corner entry. 19 up into the wall. And now he loses a handful of spots there. 9 is under. Oh, what the heck was that? I think that was the 4. Slid it up into turn 1. 63 starting to check out. The 33 gets by the 9 there for 7th. It's crazy pack racing here. This group.
Oh, I come across your nose. Sorry. Thank you for the room there.
Oh, contact.
Custom momentum.
Side by side, the 87 trying to figure out where to go. 9 dives it in there, slides up. Oh, gets tied underneath the 33. And the 33 should have the momentum off the corner exit. 9 comes up in front of the 87. 3 down there near the inside wall. Let's take a look at this group.
Yeah, Mr. Chip, sorry.
It's got Alex Fuller to the inside.
Yeah, these old tires going up now.
Right now, Kyle leads by about 7/10, growing 0.8 of a second over Alex Fuller. Cole Snyder, Zachary Meredith, Todd Smith is your top 5. Chase McGuire trying to catch that group in 6. Trevor Benz being chased down by the 9, Jason Haney. Patrick's right there as well in 9th. Jareth is in 10th. Got Andrew in 11th. Edwin in 12th. Brendan is in 13th. Right in front of him is Taylor. Taylor is in 17th. And he is a couple laps down. Nicholas is still on the lead lap, I believe. Yes, he is in 14th. We're now going to 15th as the 80 makes a pass for position. And then Logan in the 28 is in 16th. This battle continues between the 33, the 9, and the 87. With the 3 still there too. They're all trying to put on their best foot. Tight racing. 87 gonna have the run here on the outside on the 9. That's gonna get him in position, maybe clear here as we go into 1.
Got loose.
Oh, such good racing. These guys, everybody's just putting on a heck of a show. Taking the run, showing the respect. Really fun racing here. Positions changing over and over.
Okay. Right side tires come off the ground, no damage.
Uh-oh, Todd must have done something. Let's go back and take a look here. Doing a little off-roading. Must have been out of 4 here, huh? Boom! Oh.
Okay. Right side tires come off the ground, no damage.
Lucky dog.
Fitting.
All right, there's our first pit stop. 66. Todd Smith said, I'm coming down pit road. It's going to take him from 5th place. He's going to come out with fresh tires and enough fuel to make it to the end of the race. All right, the 9 is back. Nope, he gets behind the 87. Oh, the 3 goes to take a peek. The 9 goes to shut the door. Oh, we see the 19 back there sideways through 4. He saves it. Still nobody able to, make any ground up to get by the 33 here. The 87 has gotten by the 9. Tires on the 9 gotta be a bit worn out here. I tell you, I was feeling it at this point. I just didn't feel like I had used up the rears, sliding around a little too much, just trying too hard to battle with these fresher tires. So you start figuring out when is best to come to pit road. And there it is, over the radio, 9 car coming to pit road.
Heck of a good racing we had going there.
Heck yeah, that was some good racing.
Up front, Kyle, he leads by 2 seconds. But Alex, Cole, and Zachary are all right here, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Battles continue for second here as door to door the 42 and 45 get.
Sorry, Alex.
You're good, man.
Bump from the 83 gets the 42, a little boost to get back underneath the 45 entering turn 3. Now they're 2.6 seconds behind the Eagle. This racing amongst them is slowing them down even more as they are just losing time to that 13 car.
Sorry about that, Edwin, and y'all. I had to try to get by.
Control. Check in here as Todd is getting through the field that hasn't pitted yet. He has made his stop, fresh tires, trying to make up as much time as he can. 33 comes to pit road. And the 8 comes with him. Up front, Kyle Heath leads by over 3 seconds now. Gearbox cam shows the best. Nobody nearby. These 3 back there battling for second. Cole has it. Alex in third. Zachary in fourth. Todd, you think he ever gets lonely being out there alone all the time? You know what? I think that's when he's at his best. I think that's when he's at peace. He just loves being up front and laying down the same exact lap after lap after lap, hitting his marks. It's like a game for him. That's the challenge of just trying to be as close to perfect and consistent. And he's got it down pat to where, I mean, even changing wheelbases a few weeks ago from an R9 to an R12, changing the amount of force feedback, what he's feeling. Now he feels the track even better. It's scary because he was already good, right? 7-time champion in FGR history. And now here he is just clicking them away. Super scary with some better equipment. And I don't know if he gets bored with it. I think he sings songs to himself in his head. And of course, this gives him more time to drink more beers. And the more beers he drinks when racing, the faster he is.
I'll say hi.
Looks like the 19
Thanks, sir.
slid into his pit stall. Todd, currently in 10th, first car 1 lap down, but again, leader of the cars that have pitted. Everybody has to make 1 pit stop. See the 80 lets the 13 by. He has a 3.5 second lead now. Zachary Meredith coming down pit road. Get service done. Yeah, I agree. One, if not the best, one of the best for sure. So much skill and ability to, no matter what he drives, put him in any car, any track. What he's able to do is very impressive. It really is. And that's one of the best parts about the challenge, and I enjoy racing with him as much, just like racing with you, Todd, is the amount of effort it takes to try to race and beat the best is some of the most fun racing that I've ever had. I really, really enjoy the challenging of trying to better myself to compete with the drivers in FGR and what Kyle does and what you do, and that we have new faces in here this season that are obviously just super talented, and that just richens the pool, and now every race is more of a challenge and more of
Hi, Trevor.
more of an experience. And so I feel like I'm still learning every day. I mean, Kyle made the jump from the R9 to the R12. A week later, I'm like, well, I'm making a jump from an R5 to an R12. I got to get even with them. And here I am trying to learn and get better on what I would call equal equipment to a point. He has a rig. I don't have a full rig, but I mean, a lot of it is trying to understand what he's feeling and what he's experiencing. And I feel like I needed that. So now I have that, trying to better myself and now get comfortable with it, because my arms are weak as jello after every race, just because I'm not used to running that much force feedback. So definitely makes everybody better and enhances the experience. And just to know that somebody can come out here and technically whoop our butts every week, or put a good try at it, and we know that he's not going to make a mistake. You know, when we do beat him, when we do better him, you know you've done something. You know you've figured it out. You've made something happen. So always enjoyable to get to race with one of the best. And been doing it now for over 2 years. Been super beneficial to myself and a lot of members in this league. And now he sits with a 4.4 second lead. Coming to 30 to go next time by. Again, the top 7 still have to make a pit stop. I think the 65 is making that now, so that's going to be the top 6. Now we see the 63s on pit road as well. So now we're starting to see some pit stops. Field is getting spread out. Nobody's really racing anybody unless you're the 8 and the 33. They have the closest battle on track currently. They're both trying to hunt down the 9 out there in front of them. Now the 42 and 45 have hit pit road. Some pit stops. The 63 and 45 are close together. Kyle Heath to pit road. So he is going to make his final pit stop. So that's going to put the 31 of Brendan Decker in the lead. He is yet to make his pit stop. Looks like he's going to try to run this long. Blink from the 60, or no, that's the 31.
Thanks, Jason.
No problemo.
All right, Cole Snyder gets by the 9. Going to be on a tear here. This is about the lap, or the next lap, where he just flies and catches the cars in front of him, runs the fastest lap of the race, which is going to be beneficial in bonus points. Catching that 63. Chase McGuire. Right in front of Chase is the 45, Alex Fuller.
James,
This was the lap with a 32.9. Yep, 32.97. That's going to get 3 bonus points. Every point helps in the standings. And that's where the 42 got that fastest lap, right there on fresh tires. Watch the 13 get by the 66. That's a 20 lap difference on tires and fuel. I mean, tires mainly, that's all it was the difference. Todd made a very valiant effort there, pitting when he needed to, and it's going to show in this finish tonight. Like, really good move and strategy call to not take tires at halfway and split that final half of the race up to get the best out of both runs. But the Eagle is just right now another level. And then he's still got to catch the 83. Zachary Meredith, who's about a second ahead. And then still Brendan Decker is the leader. And 28 of Logan Boone is in second. Neither of them have made their pit stops yet. Their last stop was on lap 80. So they're still due to pit. Side by side. 13 gets by the 83. Oh, 83 gets loose. That entry into 3 was wild. I tried it a couple times because I saw you doing it, and I was like, all right, there might be something to it, and I couldn't get the effects of it like you did. I would get just a little too loose, I guess, with maybe how much rear brake I had in it or whatnot. I wasn't hitting it to where I could get the carbo up and not get sideways. I felt like I was really utilizing too much of my rear tires, and then I needed them on corner exit, and I couldn't. The car would want to rotate on me a little too much. I tried to stay out of the wall as much as I could last night, and there was still a couple of times where I got into it, but it wasn't. I was more on the loose side than I was on the tight side, and maybe that was some of the speed I was giving up, because I really wasn't maybe pushing it at the right level either. But the shifting thing was iffy to me at times. Like, I made it work, but I couldn't be consistent with it. But man, when I tried to go down to enter 3 and make that corner work down there, it was hard to get the results like you were. But it was working for you, that's for darn sure. All right, so the 31 is coming down pit road now. Take him some laps led here. Was hoping for a caution. Didn't get it. So that will then pass the lead over to the 28 car, and he's got the Eagle in his mirror, just 2.2 seconds back. We're at 17 laps remaining in tonight's race. We still have 14 cars on the lead lap. Eagles on the hunt. 1.2 seconds is the gap. Back, but we did actually have a pass here for a second. Zachary enters really high. 66 get by. That is for P3 currently. Again, with 28 pits, it'll be for P2. Nope, he is not yet. He just backed out of it, left the 13 by. Kyle Heath back to the lead. See Todd back there in the distance, and at a turn of 4. That's the gap between first and second, relative of the cars that don't have to pit. So the 28 is going to be new here in 4 laps, I feel like. Times, sorry, 35 or 33.73 for you, 35.26 for Logan. This time by, or are you talking about you and Zachary? Oh, you and Kyle's, I gotcha. Kyle's running 33.5. Last time by, you ran a 33.6.
Hitting this time.
For you. 33.4 for the Eagle, 33.7 for the Todd Smith Special. For the Eagle that time. 33.703, almost the same exact lap time. Todd being consistent. I also got this. If I put it on the tower, I can show you. Now it shows everybody's last lap time on the left-hand side too. Show your gain of positions from where you started, which right now shows most of the field in green moving up from where they started. Show our makes. Chevys take the top 3 spots as Ford is battling for 4th right now. Let's take a look at that. Battle for P4. Ford versus Chevy. Alex Fuller down there sliding it around, trying to make that bottom work. And then looks like the 45 is clear. The 42 for P4. Seconds. We got 7 laps remaining. Eagle just off in a whole nother realm of zone.
What line are you running when you get here?
I'm not worried about passing you.
Alex Fuller back to 5th. Cole Snyder got by for position. They are battling it out. Down to 6 laps remaining.
As long as you two don't do nothing stupid.
Side by side in front of the leader. 19 gets by the 3. That is for position. 12th place for Andrew Groves. Jarrett's back to 13th. Last car on the lead lap right in front of the leader. Coming to 4 laps to go this time by. 3 gets out of the way. Well, 4 laps to go. The 13 car has been the class of the field tonight. This whole race, he's led most of the laps. Kept it clean, consistent throughout the race. Car doesn't barely even have a scratch on it. If it had a couple to cover up that Auburn logo, it'd be okay. That's all right. Just heck of a race by all these drivers tonight.
Yes, sir.
What an event. This track provided us some really good racing in these cars. These ARCA cars are super fun to drive. This series has shown to be super fun to watch, super competitive. And with a good green flag run here to end the race after, just a handful of cautions early on. Wasn't too heavy, but once we got through that mess, got through the halfway break, we only had 1 caution on the second half of this race, and that was basically right after the restart from halfway. So darn near 70 lap run with no cautions. White flag is out. Last lap of the race. Kyle Heath. Comes out of turn 4 and down across the line to win Gateway in the ARCA
Who wins the race,
Series
though?
Friday Night Clash. Todd Smith's going to bring it home in second. Zachary Meredith is going to bring it home in P3.
Stay here in the race lobby. We'll do interviews here shortly.
We're going to have interviews here in just a moment. That's going to be it for me over the radio, because you'll hear me in the race lobby interviewing the top 3. Appreciate it, Todd. Thanks for watching and being a part of it. Guys, we are we're just an hour away from tonight's race lobby opening, an hour and a half away from the broadcast being live again with Edwin in the booth for tonight's Gen 6 series at Kentucky. So we'll see y'all there here shortly. Until then, watch these interviews, and then we'll see you tonight.
Olé! All right, gentlemen, thank you for hanging with us for this race tonight. 150 laps here at Gateway in this ARCA car. Great racing across the board. Let's get P3 in here. Zachary, you get a copy?
Yeah.
Hey, Zachary, congratulations on a great run tonight, bringing it home P3. Tell us about your night and what did you have to do to get there and get that podium tonight?
Just stay up front. I mean, this isn't one of my better tracks at all. I'm not a big fan of flat tracks. This is usually one of the worst tracks for me, but just with the low track temps, just low tire wear, just staying up front, keep the car clean, which I did for most of the night. I really had nothing for Kyle. That was an absolutely dominating performance by him. I mean, it just blew us away. But everyone else, I mean, great battles, a great racing. It was a great race. I took 2 tires on my last stop to try to short pit and get track position and stay in front of Kyle, but yeah, they didn't really last all but 10 laps before he hocked me down and just blew me away. So props to him. Overall good race, and we'll get him next week.
Yeah, really good run tonight. Congratulations again on P3. It was a tough one, and Kyle was definitely a class of the field tonight, the Eagle getting it done, but heck of a job bringing it home P3 and staying up front. Seemed like it was harder and harder to pass the further we got back in the pack, certainly when tires were even. So definitely staying up front and being up there, definitely seemed to be a helpful strategy to get that podium tonight. Before we let you go for the night, anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Yeah, shout out to you guys. I mean, this has been a fun league, recently joined for you guys. I mean, this has been fun. Shout out to my teammates, Chase and Cole. Just love those guys. And shout out to Cheese for making the paint schemes.
All right, well, we really appreciate you, and congratulations again on 3rd place, and we'll see you next week. All right, buddy?
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, P2 Todd Smith, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we are talking on the podium again, P2 tonight. Good run for you tonight. Anything different you could have had for the Eagle tonight?
Heck no. There was a lot of good racing early. A bunch of us racing side by side, kind of, having to really drive to get past people. I just felt better on the bottom, and it's not fast enough to do anything with him because he could run that middle and higher, keep that momentum up. I really enjoyed it once I got used to it and understood kind of how this car runs here. And I really enjoyed racing here, and the side-by-side we could do because it's wide enough couple 3-wides, a couple of times on accident, but it was really a good night altogether.
Yeah, heck of a job bringing it home and getting that P2 tonight. You seem to be a little bit different on strategy there. You said, I remember you saying over the radio you took tires earlier in the race and kind of had to play it out and run that middle stretch a little bit longer, but then made it happen there and bring it home and getting that P2. So congratulations. Heck of a drive tonight, Todd. I'm going to give you the floor. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to or thanks to?
Just y'all. You know how it is. Y'all do a great job commentating you and him on that. I was going to say something earlier, and I was thinking if I finished in top 3, I was going to say it. I can't remember right now, but just shout out to all y'all, everybody here. A lot of hard racing, clean racing, a couple little incidents or whatever, but just a great job overall, everyone. So look forward to it next week. Heck yeah.
All right, appreciate you, buddy. You have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night at Kentucky.
I'll be there with my boots on and my bells on, man. Appreciate you. Later.
Later, buddy. All right, Mr. Kyle Heath, you got a copy?
I got a copy.
All right, Eagle, congratulations on a dominating win tonight. 124 laps out of 150. Kept the at number 13 up front for most of the race and kept your nose out of trouble. Tell us about your night and what it took to hold off, Todd, Zachary, Cole, and Alex.
Well, I used the next-gen experience to kind of twiddle in here at Gateway. I was kind of nervous because earlier this week I did a test session here, and I was like, oh my goodness, this track sucks. This car sucks on this track. So, take it as what you will. But then whenever it came into the practice lobby, it was actually felt totally different. It felt good. I was actually able to drive it in deep as I wanted it to and take off and out the corners, and it actually gripped up. I did have a couple spits and spats here. Come out of turn 4 was a tricky one. It just felt good, and all of a sudden it just got tight as all get out. Ended up smacking the wall a couple of times, but all in all, it was a good race. I had a good battle between, of course, Todd, Alex again. Here we go. Now I'm sitting there flashbacks of Texas. So it's like we gave Todd the low line, gave him plenty of room, and then Alex decided that he wanted to do the low line. So yeah, he said it was my turn. Yeah, I was like, here we go, 3 wide. We kept 3 wide for a couple laps there, kind of battling back and forth. But all in all, it was a good race. It was respectful. We had a couple of cautions at the beginning of the race, and it was kind of tough to really get the groove going, get your rhythm going and all that. But once when we went green flag after the stage, it was a damn good race.
Well, it looked good from here. Heck of a run, some good racing. It was all through the pack. I mean, we had some great racing mid-pack throughout the race, and it was really fun. And the side-by-side racing, the attempts and the difficulty to try to make a good pass and then trying to figure out how best to, maybe make the right proper move or whatever. But everybody seemed to hold on good. We had a few cautions, but that happens. But for 150 laps here at Gateway, just holding on to a really long green flag run there. We only had 1 caution after the stage break, so everybody holding on and really getting to it really provided some fun racing. So appreciate you, appreciate everybody for being a part of tonight's race, and congratulations on the win. And as normal, I'm going to give you the floor. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks to, buddy?
I want to give a big shout out to everybody who showed up tonight. It was always good, have a good turnout on a weekly basis. I wish we had more drivers come on out, which would be great. But and I know hopefully this race will get broadcasted, and if it does, whoever comes watching, thank you for coming watching. We have a little bit of problems here and there, but all in all, thank you for everybody in the league. It's been fun.
All right. Well, we appreciate you, Kyle. You have yourself a great night. Shout out again to everybody. Thanks for being a part of the race. Thanks to the fans that watch the broadcast once we get that up. And we'll be back live Saturday night with the Gen 6 Cup Series at Kentucky. And Until then, we're signing off for the night. Have a great night. Thank you.